Good morning class. Today we are going to discuss about chemical properties of alkanes. Students, in chemical properties of alkane, we will discuss about their reactivity. So students, the reactivities of various hydrocarbon are directly related to their structure. So as you can see in case of alkane, these contains only CC single bond and CH single bond. Likewise, suppose we are taking an example of methane. So as you can see here, there is only CH sigma bond. And let us see, if you are talking about ethane, then there is CC single bond and CH single bond. So students, as these bonds are quite strong, so alkanes are at least, they are the least reactive of all hydrocarbon. That's why they are also termed as paraffins. Okay, because of their this property, they are termed as paraffins. So students, paraffin here, it is originated from Latin word, that is param. Param means little, and affins, it means affinity, or you can say reactivity. So they are less reactive or least reactive. And students, talking about their chemical reactions, so you can see here they perform substitution reaction. Okay, and students, what is substitution reaction? So a reaction in which a hydrogen atom of a hydrocarbon is replaced by an atom or group of atom is called as substitution reaction. Students, you have studied this in chapter 12 also. So here you can see the halogenation of alkane. So halogenation of alkane is carried out by treating it with suitable halogen, okay, in the presence of ultraviolet light. So you have to perform the reaction in the presence of ultraviolet light, right? Or you can say that you have to raise the temperature, that is by heating the reaction mixture, and the temperature is basically 520 to 670 Kelvin. Okay, so students, in this manner you can perform the substitution reaction. And talking about the order of reactivity of different halogen, so F2 will be more reactive than Cl2, then Br2, and then I2. Okay, now students, let us see some substitution reaction. Likewise, you can see here chlorination. So during chlorination of methane, all the 4 hydrogen atoms are replaced one by one to form mixture of products. For example, you can see here CH4, that is methane, which is alkane, is reacted with Cl2 in the presence of HNu. So it forms CH3Cl, that is chloromethane, or you can say methyl chloride. Again, this chloromethane react with Cl2 in the presence of HNu. It forms CH2Cl2, that is dichloromethane. Now students, this dichloromethane again react with Cl2 in the presence of HNu, and it forms CHCl3, that is chloroform, which is also called as trichloromethane. Then the CHCl3 react with Cl2 in the presence of HNu. It forms CCl4, that is carbon tetrachloride, or you can say tetrachloromethane. Okay. Now students, similarly talking about bromination, so you can see here bromine reacted with alkanes on the similar manner, but these are less reactive. So talking about the reaction of alkane with Br2 in the presence of HNu, you can get bromoalkane. So here, as we are taking ethane, so we obtain bromoethane. Now students, let's talk about iodination. So you can see for iodination what happens, the reaction of iodine with alkane is reversible because hydrogen iodide is formed as a byproduct. Okay, that's why the reaction is reversible. So students, the direct iodination of alkane cannot be brought about. However, the iodination can be carried out in the presence of an oxidizing agent. So when we perform the reaction in the presence of HiO3 or HNO3, so you can see the Hi react with HiO3 and it forms 3I2. Okay, now students, suppose that we have to perform fluorination. So again, as fluorination of alkane is too vigorous to be controlled under any condition, so you can say the fluorination bring about extensive rupture of CC and CH bond and leading to a mixture of products. So fluorination of alkane with pure fluorine is of little practical use, but students, the fluorination of alkane can be carried out by diluting fluorine with inert gases such as nitrogen or argon, or you can say perform this experiment on alkyl fluorides. Okay, so alkyl fluorides are more conveniently prepared indirectly by heating suitable chloroalkane. So suppose we are taking here chloroethane and reacting it with inorganic fluorides. Here we are taking Hg2F2, which is the inorganic fluoride, and hence we will get fluoroethane. Okay, so in this manner we can perform the halogenation. Here the reaction used is Swartz reaction. So this is all about the halogenation reaction. In halogenation, steps are basically the chain initiation, the chain propagation, and at last the termination step, that is chain termination. Now students, talking about nitration. So the process of replacement of a hydrogen atom by a nitro group is called nitration. Here basically a fuming mixture, that is HNO3 fuming, is taken. Okay, the vapors are heated at 423 to 673 Kelvin. Then we obtain the nitro product, that is nitroalkane. So here you can see that we are taking CH3H and the presence of nitric acid fuming, then nitroethane is formed. Okay, here also students, in mechanism you will see the three steps, that is the chain initiation, the propagation, and the termination step. Students, what you have to pay attention here, that the mixture of products are formed. Okay, here you can see as we are taking propane, so normal nitropropane is formed, that is 1 degree. 2 degree nitropropane is formed, but the major product is 2 degree one here. So basically the order of product will be 3 degree, will be more stable, then 2 degree, then 1 degree. Okay, similarly talking about sulfonation, students, so substitution of a hydrogen atom or an alkane by sulfonic acid group, that is SO3H, is called sulfonation. So here you can see we will take suppose normal hexane, we react it with H2SO4 fuming, then what happens, normal hexane sulfonic acid is formed. Generally what happens here, students, the branch chain and higher normal alkanes containing 6 or more carbon atom undergo sulfonation. So this is about the sulfonation, about nitration, about halogenation. Thank you class.